Gutterball 121, are we live? Is it rolling?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
going?
rolling.
Okay,
It's
all right.
rolling.
Hey, welcome to Gutterball 121. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You want to get a Gutterball, the best way to get a hold of us is Instagram, DM, or the business email. You can find that, the link in the description below. Gutterball Halloween is coming up. We got 2 great guests joining us that day. Costumes, drinking.
Probably more.
Excessive swearing. It's gonna be a lot. Gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming out Halloween day. So that we're just countdown till then. Until that, normal's Gutterball. Maybe have some guests in between then. But Paul, what's popping? What's new in your world? What's grooving?
Yeah, just to reiterate, yeah, I mean, we'll have 2 guests, potentially more, right? Not much is new, really. I mean, it's weird because we're doing the show early again, so it's like it's been like 4 days. So like,
What did I
not
do?
even
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
So it's like there really isn't much new. My weekend was pretty good. I got some yard work done. I didn't do a whole lot because I was tired from traveling to Nashville last week. But other than that, doing just damn skippy. How about you, Ruby?
I am awful, Paul. You know what they did? You know what they did this week, Paul? The worst thing in the world happened this week, and no one's talking about it. They did it, Paul. They did the unthinkable. They are the Joker, Paul. They did it. They raped the Joker, Paul.
Whoa,
They did it.
whoa.
Yeah.
Can you say that now?
You can say ours, Paul. You're allowed to. I look it up. You can say it. The rules are out the window, Paul. They are the Joker. There is anarchy out there, Paul. They have no shame anymore.
Let's just back up here. So just this last weekend, the Joker 2 came out, right? It's Joker 2 Folie à Deux, right?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know. Some French.
Or
yeah,
Folie à Deux. Is that how you pronounce it? Because I don't know.
Rape,
the second Joker movie, because did Todd Phillips direct the first one too?
He directed this one, but with his eyes closed and his ears cut
Who
off.
directed the first one though?
Todd Phillips.
Then how is this one so much worse that I'm hearing?
They used blind, deaf, and dumb. Paul, they kept him in a little cage, Paul, and they poked him like John McCain. Everything. They're like, right as you sign off on this, and it was just terrible. They made him watch. They pried his eyes open while they raped the Joker, Paul. They made Todd Phillips watch. It's like that South Park episode. Yes, they did. I swear to God, that's what happened. It's brutal. Did you ever think growing up, Paul? Did you ever think when you were watching The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger that they would at this some point be R and the Joker?
No. Okay, so let's back up here. Going too fast. I have not seen this movie. All I know is that there is an R scene in it, and that the Joker dies at the end. Spoiler alert. And that's it. And that it was just kind of like, I've seen a lot of like people criticizing it. It bombed at the box office. Todd Phillips defending it, saying, "Well, Arthur Fleck was never actually the Joker. He was just the embodiment of the Joker, and that's why like he dies and blah 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 blah." And it's like what do you think of all that?
They got rid of the jokes, Paul. They broke him down. They broke him down into a regular man. That's what it takes, I guess. That's what it takes now to get rid of the Joker. That was just a statement. I think that was like more of like a shot to everyone that wants to be the Joker, because what they're saying there, Paul, is where are you? And where are you hard until you stop being like the Joker? So don't ever start being like the Joker.
You think it was a lashback to the people that really liked the first one that were incels? Because a lot of people are like, this is targeted towards the original audience that liked the first one. It's like, what?
I really
do. Is this just a political war?
I do remember in the theater sitting there watching him stab and shoot people in the face and laughing with my friends, and no one else laughed. And to be fair, all those scenes in the first one are funny. Those are good murder scenes. I don't know about you. It's funny. It's not upsetting to me as any other movie. Like, it's like if I watch Taxi Driver, you laugh at some of those kills. It's funny. Yeah, it was targeted. Todd Phillips is they didn't test screen it, Paul. He didn't go to any premieres. He went to a private island or like a private retreat thing.
He went to Epstein's Island?
Yeah, I went to Epstein's
Island.
He bought
Epstein's Island. He has it now.
That's where he is right now. Yeah,
he kept the temple.
Yeah, no, they cut his arms and legs off, Paul. He's in horrible state.
He's a torso boy.
He's a torso boy. Didn't test screen it. Lady Gaga was in it for some godforsaken reason. It's crazy because I remember I told D, I'm like 2 months ago, I was like, oh yeah, the Joker's coming out October 4th. We'll go see that. And then the next thing I hear about the Joker is that he got raped, and I'm like, whoa, I was like, holy shit, there's no promotion for that. No one knew about it. Biggest box office flop, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible thing.
Is it is it the biggest flop or like one of the biggest
Not
flops
the
ever, right?
flop, but it wasn't great. You know, it's still gonna pull in something, but it didn't make its money back. And it damn sure lost a shit ton. But the rules are out the window.
I should
Paul.
ask.
You can say whatever you want on here.
I should ask our cousin that I've never ever, I don't think, ever talked to. Our cousin in Pennsylvania went and saw it dressed up as the Joker. Like he's one of those guys where he posts him like selfies of himself on Facebook about like what he's doing and like what's new.
Okay,
and whatever.
that's fun.
And yeah, he like painted his face like the Joker and went and saw the Joker 2 by himself. That was his Facebook post. And I should really
there. Oh my god. So he got PTSD? Was he sitting there afraid he's gonna get raped the whole time? Theater? White men? 2 fat white cops were gonna come and rape the Joker?
Are you back?
It happened. Am I here? Did I cut out?
You cut out.
Well, good. All I said was the R word a bunch, so you didn't really miss anything.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I wonder if I should just out of nowhere message this person that's related to us, has our same last name that I know is like a distant relative that lives in Pennsylvania. Like, hey, what'd you think of the Joker? That's the first thing I say to him ever. And
I'll send it to him. Send me his link later. Don't tell his name of the podcast,
No,
obviously, but let me know. I'll send it to him. Hey, I heard you at the Joker the other day. You wanna give that? No, I'm just kidding. I won't even say any. I'll just stop it there. Yeah, Paul, we're done for as a society. I think this is it. This is the final.
Yeah. You want to know what I want to talk about with you is how you cooked my YouTube music app.
How did I cook your YouTube
You
music
cooked
app?
it.
How did I cook it? What did I do?
You fucking sent me the Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque video like 2 weeks ago, and I clicked on it, and for some reason, instead of defaulting on YouTube, it defaulted to YouTube Music. Now, every time I try to shuffle a playlist on YouTube Music, every single song title says Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque. I'm not even fucking kidding you. It doesn't play Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque, but so now I have to guess which song I'm listening to based on the album cover. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I uninstalled the app and reinstalled it, and now everything fucking says Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque. You fucked me.
No, you don't.
I'm not even joking. That is happening.
Is it the thumbnail too? Is it the thumbnail with the little cartoon guy on it?
No. It just changed the title of every single song when I shuffled to Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque, but it shows the actual album cover of the song.
Albuquerque. That's a good song. I like that one. I wish. What if it did play it? I think that'd be a treat. I think he's here.
Well, actually, I think this is also. I think so. I don't know if I mentioned last week on the cast how like my phone's been having some weird issues, or maybe I mentioned to you outside of the cast. And
well, yeah, I can see some weird issues.
Yeah, well, I'm contributing it to that because also randomly while I was working, and I didn't even play it like for a few days, my phone just starts playing Weird Al Yankovic's Albuquerque, and this fucking screen was locked. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm seriously not.
Where is this at?
I was at home. I was at home working from home, and it just started playing. And then after that, a few days later, it started playing some other random YouTube video. But I just thought it was funny how not only did it bug my YouTube music out, which I can't fix, by the way. It just won't. If I shuffle songs now, they're all Weird Al Yankovic Albuquerque. But then just randomly it starts playing, and I couldn't get it. There were no apps open, and it wouldn't stop. I had to restart the phone.
You need to get rid of that piece of shit and get yourself a Pixel 5 because this is older and better than yours.
This is a Pixel 6a, and I knew that it was like, the shittier of the Pixels in the lineup, right? Because it's the A. But I do like these phones. I think I have to wait to see what the best deal is around holiday. I'm just going to kind of shop. I'm leaning towards the newest Pixel, getting a 9 Pro, just fuck it, buying one, or buying an iPhone. Making the switch back to an iPhone. I haven't had an iPhone since the iPhone 3GS. That was the first one they put a gyroscope in, so you could rotate your fucking screen. Isn't that crazy?
Stupid. You should just go get an iPhone. They're better infinitely anyway. But I like Androids because they're trash.
I like Androids.
Well, Paul, first of all, you can't gloss over the fact that your phone is doing all spooky shit. Paul just got a new house, by the way, and not just any normal house. It's some weird old candy shop pedophile house. There's a bunch of weird crevices and
doors.
It's not a
pedophile house. There is no weird crevices.
Doors and shit. And child
There
corpses
are
found.
no, none of that except sometimes you hear, "Hey, there, you want some candy?" Late at night, like you just hear someone like, dude, I'll be in the bat. You know those videos you send me where like the weird being standing and staring at you
Yeah,
at night? That's like that, and I'll see that and hear, "Want some candy? I got some Jolly Ranchers over here," like really quick, and I'm just, what the fuck? And it's gone. It's there at
oh
first,
my,
but then it's gone.
that's horrible. I'm never coming over there to watch UFC fights ever again. What if they push you down the stairs one of these times? You get
Could you
locked in the
imagine we're
basement.
watching the fight? Oh, and you see out of the corner of your eye from my entryway, and then it's gone. The
Jesus
being.
Christ. Jesus, those videos scare the fuck out of me. I don't know who makes those. I do not like those videos. But Paul, I have that
They're
Sony,
so
that
eerie.
2002 mom's camera that like works and everything. I was
Yeah.
thinking we should make a scary video like that with that because it look all grainy and shit. We
Yeah.
just do a little being. It look like shit. I'll be all stretched out. I'll get on stilts and I'll stand in the corner or something. I don't know. I've thought about that. Start some of those.
Yeah, that'd be
It'd be
pretty
fun.
good. That's a good
Or
That's a
video.
good camcorder.
It is
God.
good camcorder. Um, no, I lost train of thought, but Paul, I've been doing good other than that this whole week. Starting a new job this or tomorrow, so that's gonna be interesting. But mostly, Paul, long time
Excited
I've been
for you. Should
saying
be good.
setting up my Grailed. I gotta pimp this real quick. My Grailed, link in the description right down there. I got 40 items on there as of right now. About 90% of them are FTP. Some G59 up there, and the rest of it is that's just it. Some City Morgue stuff, all that. Check that out. Got some really cool shit. Already made some sales, so I'm happy with that. Just trying to get rid of it, thin out. Got some rare stuff.
Why'd you
Super rare
post the
stuff.
police coat? I thought that was up for trade.
The police coat, it is up for trade if someone does buy it before then. But I'm not there ain't no hole.
I didn't know it
Sorry.
was an XL. I thought it fit pretty snug.
Try it on. It's gonna be too big for you. It's super baggy. It doesn't fit me. It looks dumb. But you feel like an FBI agent when you wear it. So that's kind of cool. You feel like Fox and Mulder. It feels like you want to like plant something on somebody or something. I don't know. It gives you that like,
It makes you feel like you want to be a dirty cop a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, or like makes you feel like you hunt a ghost or something. But yeah, check out my Grailed. I'm getting rid of so much stuff. Here's one of the top items. Sorry, I got close
I
to the
just
mic
realized
there.
that that's like a Sesh Dell shirt. That's cool.
It's a Sesha 2003. You know what this is called, Paul?
Yeah,
You know
but
what
it
this is
looks like
called?
a Dell logo.
Yeah, it does. You know what this is called? The worst Team Sesh shirt that they ever dropped. This was one that did not sell out ever. Very rare for Sesh, and I got this in a mystery box because they had so many left over. That
Huh.
was like the story behind it. But top item I have on there right now is this G59. I no longer feel the razor guard on my heel 3 lyric book. Less than 300 of these are in existence. Mine is real. I paid $100 for this about 4 years ago. Isk now. Uh, yeah. So I'm the only one that has any of these on Grailed or Depop at the moment. Like as I could tell. I don't really want to open this too much because I haven't looked at it, but I'll show you the inside. It's cool. Super, super rare. So I have
What
that
is
up.
it? What's the book inside the
It's a
book?
lyric book. It's a
Oh,
lyrics
cool.
for lyrics. All of them has cool illustrations. I haven't looked through all of it just because I didn't want to open it and I wanted to keep it really nice. But I've seen other pictures of it of people fanning through it. Again, less than 300 of these. The super rare ones are the Eternal Gray and the Dirty Nasty Suicide. My biggest flop, Paul, was not spending $300 to get the Eternal Gray book back in the day.
How much
Expensive.
is it worth now?
I don't know, 800. No one has one listed, so guess who else doesn't have any listed? So I determine the market value of this bad boy. You want this motherfucker? Come to me. I say, dude, honestly, to be honest, for the right buyer, you could do 700 for the Eternal Gray book, easy. You'd never see them, and trust me, I'm on Grailed and Depop and all that shit. Those are where you'd sell it. You never see the books. Dirty Nasty, you never see that. I've never seen that on
What's
sale.
Depop? I've never heard of that. Just another hype beast
Depop
selling
is more
exchange site.
based through UK, but they do have a US version of it. It's pretty much the same. There's some. I like it a little better. I don't know. It's just I don't use it though. Uh for finding like rare pieces, for some reason they're up there because I think it's from the UK. But frequently UK people will ship to US at not too much cost for some reason. But yeah, Grailed is the move. Check out my Grailed. Link in the description.
I want the
Coolest-
Supreme crowbar.
Why?
That's
So
cool.
stupid. So dumb. What are you gonna do with that?
Supreme
Crowbar something?
ceiling fan.
Uh, Glenn has the FTP grow bar. I think it says like break cars with this or something like that. I don't know. It's just something breaking the cars or some shit on the side. But that's pretty cool. I like that.
You know what we should do for our merch is just weapons. It should just be like Gutterball branded shivs, like prison shivs, and like
you've been guttered. It says that on the handle or like the blade.
Yeah, it's like action that we're selling shurikens, fucking throwing stars.
Right.
Gutterball nunchucks, but it's just 2 bowling balls on a chain or some shit.
That would be cool, honestly. Let's just do only weapons. That's the only merch, just like super dangerous weapons and
like
stuff.
you wouldn't even practically use, like 2 bowling balls on a fucking chain. We make like a flail with a bowling ball on the end of it, and you're fine.
Well, your friends, Gutterball, we got our
Actually,
logo on it.
It'd be funny if we got a
with sound. You've been guttered to the head. Now, what is it? Touch activated. You got guttered.
What about a little bowling ball plushie? You squeeze it. Oh,
just screaming or something. Dude, that'd be like that's like the Oni Place plushie. Have you seen the Zach plushie? He has there's a Oni Plays, you know what that is? They have a Zach plushie, and his, if you squeeze it, it says, I don't know if you know this, but there's a camera inside this device. There's a camera in the recording right now. They're recording you right now. That's one of those. That's a rare plushie. I'd like to own that, but we should do that with ours. What else would we have it say?
That's the thing, is those plushies usually go in, if we can make it somehow, you can make them randomized with a little chipboard in there, make it like a 0.00001% chance it plays that tagline of like, you know, like that, like something like that, where like you'll get the regular ones, maybe there's 4 or 5 that cycle, and then you have like a 0.001% chance of that one long one to play.
That really scary one. How about just demonic, just chanting and shit, like actually like Latin, just dark Latin.
It's just audio from a police activity video of someone getting thrown around or something. Someone getting shot.
And it's like one of those fucking spider tags you were dealing with. You have to put in water to make it shut up. It's just people getting shot.
Oh, it's an alarm. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. How about this? All the regular taglines are like a normal volume, but that rare one's a super fucking loud, blown out mariachi band that will play for like fucking 10 minutes. Like it's a super long audio file.
What if it just starts at Gutterball number 1 at the loudest volume and it doesn't stop till it gets through all? It just
goes. Yeah, this is.
When it's all the intros that are blown out. Hey, it's Gutterball just keeps hitting all the intro and the outros back to back.
What if it's all of my outros stacked on top of each other, played at once?
Just break it, dude. That would be the demonic sound that we would need. That would what it would sound like.
What you do is you stack it all and then you distort it and make me sound demonic. Yeah, it's just horrible.
Kind of sound demonic a little bit. If you just close your ears a little bit. Your house is fucked. Stay out of your house. You gotta get that checked out.
Stay out of your house. Hey man, stay out of your own house.
Good. I went to a concert this weekend. I talked about it. Went and caught the Black Dahlia murder. Some friends, dying fetus and such. Great. It's the first time I got to be with a girlfriend at a show. Believe it or not. She's never been to like a concert, like really, like even like that, even like a concert at all, really. We had a good time. Pretty good. I think one of the best time I saw Black Dahlia. Right in the front row, pretty much exactly where I was the last time I saw.
What venue was it?
Fillmore.
Fillmore, that's right.
Their sound was really good in there. Usually the sound is leaves a lot to be desired in the Fillmore, but I think they got their shit figured out, or at least the PA guys or Dahlia did, and we were right in the front row, exactly where I saw him in 2022 or whatever, 21. Since Trevor's passing, really young crowd, not a lot of old heads, surprisingly, and if they were up in the balcony, super, like I would say between 20s and 30s there, so I consider that young for a metal show like that. Speaking of dude, there's a couple bands that played. Vomit Forth opened, fantastic. They were really cool. Their pits for hardcore kids, karate kids, throwing kicks and shit. People getting hit in the head, dude. Pretty crazy. I might have been throwing some kicks in the pit. The lead singer, I've never heard a lead singer say this in a band, Paul. He goes, if you have something to prove tonight, now is the time. Get in the pit and make someone fucking bleed. And then people are just throwing fist pull and hammering and the smacking. D did get hit in the gut, so I felt really bad. That was at the first show. She was done at Monch, and after that, I'm like, cool. I'll wait till Black Dahlia. But she knew the risks of going to a show like that. I put her out a check. She didn't know that was gonna happen.
She didn't throw a bow back and just slice someone's fucking eyelid open.
I mean, I was throwing blows and shit, but I don't think I hit anybody. That was cool. Angel Maker, super great band. Check them out. Great energy. There's so many people on stage. I think there's 2 lead singers, 3 guitarists, 1 bass, 1 drum. So it's like a 7-piece band almost.
Damn.
The lead singer looked like Arthur Fleck. He looked like a Joker. He's all skinny and ripped. He's like jacked. He's like the ripped Joker, but like malnourished jacked. You know how like they're not.
It's called
like,
Angel Maker.
Angel Maker, Paul. They're really, really great. Vomit Forth before them was awesome, but he looks like Arthur Fleck. His hair is all like wet and shit. And I just kept thinking of the Joker rape, so it ruined the performance a little bit because I just pictured him getting. And just gonna know. No, it was cool. They were all really great. Energy, Spite, that singer. I've never listened to that band before.
Oh, Spite. Yeah, I've heard Spite.
Oh, dude,
they're pretty good.
That lead singer is fucking. He's like, he's weird, dude. He's a little freak, dude. He's like putting the mic up to his like a dick and like stroking and shit all the time. He spits into the air and catches his mouth. He'll spit in this crowd and shit, and he's like jacking off on stage, like fake, and he's freaky, dude. He's headbanging and like jumping around. I think they were the best performance of the night, to be honest with you. They were really, really good. The pits were crazy during that. Ruined my back during the pits, you know. After like 10 minutes, I was like blown out. I was a little sick too, unfortunately. Try to run through this quick, you know, cover everything. No problem. But I got to dance. Well, before that, Dying Fetus was really cool. Old school death metal is very cool mix to see. Really great mix because you started the show with some modern death metal with Vomit Forth, right? More grindcore, deathcore stuff. And then you go next to Angel Maker, which is just straight deathcore. And then you go to Spite, which is, I would say, is like grindcore. Just death metal. And then you go to Dying Fetus, which is just straight death metal. That's it, like old school shit. I really love that huge mix. Dying Fetus, it went from 6 and 7-piece bands to a 3-piece Dying Fetus, and they were like bassist on the left, guitarist on the right, both singing, drummer in the middle. But they were so far apart. They were the farthest apart if they could. They were probably 12 feet away from each other. Just they didn't headbang much. They just played their songs, but that's like old school metal. Really, really great. Dying Fetus is fucking awesome. But then the headliners, Black Dahlia, you know, they came out super awesome. I had to leave early because I was very sick. I had to leave at about middle of their set, so I missed it, which sucks, but that's just life. I was sick. I was headbanging. I felt like I was going to throw up, so I just went outside and I had to go. Plus, we had to drive back that night anyway. So I'm kind of sad I missed about half of Black Dahlia's set. Got to dance at the 8.
Better than I did. I missed their whole set the first time I went and saw them.
Unbelievable. No, I'd say I saw at least half. Yeah, that sucks. So you went outside. You should have done that. That was a good show.
I was the best show not well.
Yeah, I wasn't well either, dude. I went up to Dee. She was all surprised. I'm like, we have to get the fuck out of this place. I'm gonna throw up right now. Didn't get sick though, thankfully. I got to dance with the ape, the statutory ape. He was right in the crowd. He just walked out of the crowd.
Ape.
Yeah, the statutory ape, dude. They're doing statutory ape, and I was jumping up and down.
Bananas.
Yeah, he was throwing bananas everywhere. It was cool, dude. He just came out in the crowd and didn't tell anybody. And I saw him. I was like, hey. I was like, oh, yeah. We were shaking. I don't know. It's fun. And there's people getting hit and shit around you. And when he says, you'll know what song it is when he says, show us your muscles, eat your Wheaties. And then it plays like a monkey noise. And then goes to the statutory ape, which I fucking love that song. And the gorilla, they doesn't come out all the time. He's throwing bananas. He's with the banana on my head.
Were they real bananas?
No, they're fake bananas. I should have grabbed one. They were just a little. I don't even think about it, but so that was cool. Dude, Black Dahlia is fun. I'm really sad I missed about. I knew they were gonna play a Shine to Madness. It's one of my favorite songs, the Halloween song, and I missed it. But that's okay. I was sick. You know, I will go see them the next year. They're there. Now I'm in the Blasphemes membership club now, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Apparently, there's a secret membership club for the Black Dahlia. Do you have to have a little card? It's called Blasphemes card, and you can only get it from certain merch sales, or if you're lucky, and Nick will give you one. Which Nick gave me one. Thank you, because I spent like $100, and I kind of asked for one. Nick was nice, gave me a card. You have to put your photo on it, like an actual picture of you, and sign it in order to get a secret merch item at every show. And this show was rolling papers. like Black Dahlia branded ones, but you had to add the card. And I asked him, can I get the rolling papers now? He's like, no, you have to put the photo in it and sign it. The photo has to be there. And apparently other people had it at the show. I was like, damn, man, I wish I had my. So now I know I'm in the Blasphemous Club. Didn't know that. Pretty neat. Yeah, so go check out the Black Dahlia.
They tour a lot. Holy shit. Do they just like nonstop tour?
They stopped for like 8 months to a year when Trevor passed, but then they've been touring overseas, and then they came back to North America pretty much with a couple months break in between. If they tour again, dude, I'm so going. We're gonna go. We have to go. But you really don't realize those bands don't make a lot. I mean, Black Dahlia probably pulls in some money, but they really don't make shit.
Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it's from merch.
They'll break even a little bit, but merch is 100% like a bulk of the sales from what I hear or just what I've read.
Well, they have good merch. Other bands and other artists should really be inspired by Black Dahlia's merch because they do a lot of crazy shit.
Cover me, Paul. 1 second.
Cover you? All right. Well, my name is Paul. This is the Gutterball Podcast, episode 121. If you're still listening this far, what's a good code word you could put in the comments? And that's how I know you watch this. Put Ohio in the comments.
Put the R word in the comments. Drop the R word.
No, Ohio.
This is the merch I got. I bought one for
Whoa,
D&D.
I like that. I've always liked the bone color style shirt. Or like, that's more yellow, but.
Dracula. Dude, this is like such good quality. It's this way step up. It's printed on Comfort Colors heavyweight garment. It's not Gildan or nothing like that. It's apparent. You could tell it's like Dracula, you know.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Classic metal tee. I got one for me and D, so we were matching, looking cute and shit. But yeah, next concert is Suicide Boys this Thursday. 2 days from now, I'll be seeing the boys. Let's go. Got my outfit picked out. Oh,
I can't believe you're still going to them.
Will you shut up? Okay, you know what, Paul? You know what? Yeah, I won't be going to them next year. They're fun though. They're like I don't know, a chill concert to go to. I won't go to them anymore, but I like the vibes.
Dude, I think Booyah's crowd was like the worst crowd I'd ever witnessed in my life as far as people that attended.
I honestly do. To be fair with you, dude, when you said that, I'm gonna be real. I don't know why I bought those tickets. To be fair, I bought them in January. I don't know why I bought those tickets. I'm gonna have fun because I'm taking D and we're just gonna make out and shit. And while the Suicide Boys playing, it's still fun. Don't look at me like that. That's what we're gonna do, bitch. But it's bad. This Booyah crowd was so bad, dude. I don't know. I almost had to leave that show. The crowd is so bad. I just wanted to fucking start hitting people. No, I got so high and drunk there. And then I remember I smoked like an entire joint by myself, and then I had another one, and then I was like, I smoked an entire joint. It was so funny, Paul. I stood in the crowd, and while I watched a group of like, I don't know, they were 18 or whatever, my age, pretty much, kids around me, all looking at me, waiting for me to pass the blunt, because everyone expects you to pass a joint when you just pull one out. This is universal signal, but I ain't passing shit. Smoking, you can have whatever's left. So I finished the entire one. They're all like, oh, bummed. Then I pull out another one. I'm like, these one are for you boys. And then I just pat them on the back and I go out, and then I like dry heave in the bathroom like for 2 minutes. And then I'm like, I'll never forget that. And the way they reacted was all excited and shit. But that was yeah. And check this out.
They're just let down.
They're just so let down that I didn't let them have it. And I added my servitude patch to my pants. Check that out. Got it from the show. So anyway, that's concert talk. Paul, what's new in your world? What's going on? I think I covered all I want.
Yeah. Not a whole lot. Just I've been, lately I've just been kind of coming to the realization that like I've just been like growing up or maturing a lot in the last few years specifically. And it's one of those things, it's like when you're a teenager, you're a young kid, or even when you're like a young adult, like even in your early 20s, at least for me, you always feel like, oh, I'm always going to be how I am. Like people don't really change. Like I'm never really going to calm down, or am I always going to be this aggressive? Am I always going to be this happy? Like whatever your emotions are. And you know how like they just say it just happens, like just like all of a sudden you realize you're kind of growing up. That's like happening to me, and I'm realizing that, and it's weird. But it isn't bad. And what comes with that is a lot of other things, is like realizations in your career too. Like I work in IT. It's very much a vast career field. There are many different job titles you could have, many different areas you could work in IT, right? Um, but what comes with that is like a lot of knowledge. And I struggled with this for a while and still do time to time is like, you can never know everything. And it still ticks me off sometimes when somebody asks me an IT related question and I can't fix their issue for them immediately, or like figure out an answer or get down the right path to finding a resolution. It's just like I've just become more calm. I've realized it's like, it's not the end of the world. Who cares if you don't know it? Go learn it, And it's just like people aren't going to think differently of you because you don't have the answer for them right away. It's just like you just can't know everything. And IT is just an example. Many other fields like that. Mathematics you can't know all the math. Maybe there's one guy that does, but with IT, like you just can't know the answer to everything since the landscape's vastly changing. Products update, things change, things get deprecated, whatever. But I've just been kind of almost in a way coming into peace with like, oh, like it's okay to like not know things, and that's why you got to know your resources and how to use them. Rely on teammates, the internet, utilizing your resources to finding like the answer to your problem or issue. And that's just a generic way of saying like it's weird when you kind of finally realize you are grown up or are. And I know this probably doesn't make sense and I'm probably repeating myself a lot, but I've never felt calmer in my life than I have recently. And that's weird to me because I've always been kind of high strung. So
yeah, it's kind of like yeah, why is it that like the other day I texted Glenn kind of something similar, and I've kind of been sent to that realization. You're the last person to realize that you've gone old. Because I've been telling you for the past 5 years that you're old, and you just haven't caught on. It's always people around you that know first off that you're getting old. By the way, Paul, you're old. No, it's like I could see you lost a little bit of your edge. I kind of have to carry it a little bit. I'll carry it. I'll carry that burden until olden up and then regret everything I
oh
just
no,
said
no,
today.
no. I think my edge is still there. And trust me, it's there. I just can't use it as much as I want to.
I know because you're an adult. That's the normal response. Like that's like the adult response that you should say. Which is fine because I'll say it and then you can hopefully not get judged for the words that I say while I'm being dragged away to the loony bin. Maybe they'll spare your life. later when the Gestapo comes for me, they'll spare your life and take me instead. I don't know. But yeah, no, growing up, man, yeah, it's how I'm kind of setting into that realization. It's like shit, man, time flies really, really quick, and you got to do something now. There is only now, pretty much. Plus the world's ending in a year anyway, so it's like, why not? They're causing hurricanes.
Yeah, and then I mentioned about my time in Nashville at JNUC last week, and then when I was thinking about this over the last few days, I then remembered what one of the guys I met, or one of the two guys I met, said about me. So they were in their mid-30s, the guys I was hanging out with that worked at that school district.
Mhm.
And Griffin, we were out late. It was like 1:30, late for us, 1:30 a.m. at a bar. And we were about to head back to the hotel. And he goes, you know what, Paul? He's like, you do not seem like you're 26, man. He's like, I think you're like our age, like 35 maturity wise. He's like, you're really mature for your age. He's like, we wouldn't be hanging out with you, if you weren't. And I'm just like, and I thought about that today and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Like that's like another thing. It's like, fuck, maybe I am just getting old and like becoming mature. I always knew I was like more mature than others in my class, right? I always hung out with older people, but like I never knew I'd get to this point and be like, now I feel like I have the mind of a guy almost 40 years old, but the body of a 26-year-old, or young 20s. And it's weird. And it's not a bad thing. I'm just talking about it because I feel like there are a lot of people out there around my age that can relate. People that have their shit together anyways, or are trying to get their shit together. I think I kind of have my shit together, but I don't know.
Definitely do. What are you, 26?
26, decent job, on a home.
That's really good. I mean, look at me.
But what? You could easily by 26 be exactly where I am at.
Insert whatever you want. Or Paul, I could be addicted to crack. Pros and cons?
Crack sounds pretty bad to be addicted to.
Everything else, I don't know. Don't know. No, the world's gonna happen anyway, so whatever.
I don't know where I was going with that, but
No, well,
A little right.
growing old is the worst thing. No one wants to do that shit. No, I've been feeling that way lately a lot, Just gotta keep up with it, keep moving. But either way, you're gonna die anyway, so who cares? Can't believe you're 26. I don't know why I pictured you older. How you do feel older? Huh? Weird. Picture
I
you
mean, I committed
like
to shaving my head at like fucking 24 because
true. I
it's just I'm balding so bad. But
Dude, and one of my good friends the other day texted me and he's like, I went to the dermatologist, they said my hair is done for, and he's like my age. And I always thought in my head he was blowing it out of proportion when he was saying that. But no, it was true. His hair is gone, dude. And mine is coming back. Actually, it's more
yeah,
luscious from
I've
the dial. So look
I've
at that.
talked about this on the show before, so I won't go into it super long again, but basically you're going to come to a crossroads as a man where you're going to realize you're losing your hair. And
Yeah.
I could still have hair if I wanted to. Because I caught it. I caught it in time. I knew I was going bald. Like I had some receding hairline, but no bald spots yet or no horseshoe or anything I have going on now. And
Mhm.
you have like basically a 6 months period to decide, are you going to commit with that shitty hair, shaving your head completely, or taking a medicine basically like finasteride or other ones every single month for the rest of your life and pay for it and deal with the side effects. And once I saw the side effects, how expensive finasteride is or a solution like that, even if you go to the doctor, you can get it very cheap prescribed. I was like, you know what? Let's just shave my head once and see what the head looks like bald. Because if I had like a weird lumpy golf ball head, then no, I probably would have fucking stayed with finasteride and tried to keep my hair. But I
Mhm.
have like a decent shaped head. And when I shaved my head for the first time, I was like, I didn't like it. But then I got used to it. And now I shave it twice a week to keep it trimmed down. Which seems like a lot, but it's not crazy when you have like a bald guy skull shaver. You just zip it really quick and it's all back down. But yeah, there's going to be a point in a lot of young men's lives that, either have shitty genetics or really high testosterone, and they're going to realize
This
they're
is
losing their
morbid.
hair.
This
And
is more
you
morbid than the
basically have
Joker, right?
6 months before it's too far gone. Because here's the thing about
Oh my
finasteride.
god.
And I am not a doctor. There are probably ways to bring hair back other than a hair transplant. I don't know. But finasteride doesn't bring your hair back. It just stops it from getting worse. So that's why you need to decide when you're going to take finasteride. If I were to start now, I've actually thought about growing this out to see what it's looked like now after 2 years of being
Right.
always bald. And
Here,
it ain't going to be
stay still.
good, dude.
I'll see what it looks like. Hold on, I'll just draw it on your head. Yeah, you look like
Sharpie on some hair.
you look like one of those shake it, one of those, one of that weird little thing you shake and it makes a guy's face or whatever. It's like that.
Yeah.
You look at one of those guys.
But
No, you're fucked, dude. You're cooked. Don't grow out your hair. It's
no,
done, man.
I have a bald spot here, and then I have the horseshoe, which is covered by the headset. But you see, it's what you call a unicorn horn. When this grows
How do
out and
you?
you have nothing here.
I don't know. Seriously, how do you tell if you're going bald? Because I don't think I am. Because every time I comb my hair, nothing comes out.
Let me see that hairline, boy.
You want to see it?
Yeah, you get that real close to the camera right now, boy, and you slick that hair back. Let me see if you got
All right,
what I had
yeah.
going on.
Well, I can't wear my headset, so I'll set it like this.
How old are you again? 23?
22. It's not good.
Oh man, I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you know why? Hold on, it's yesterdial. Saved me.
Oh really?
Thank
Does
God.
that improve hair growth?
No, all it will do is one of the. Oh my God.
Or I
Jesus
guess
Christ.
keep hair. Is it the same thing as finasteride or what? Where it just like keeps it from getting worse?
Yeah, that's like one of the big things that it will do. Yeah, it just won't regrow it, but it'll keep it from becoming worse. But over the course of the 6 months that I've been taking it, it drastically improved quite a bit, like a lot. Like way more, like it's way more luscious. It's crazy, and it's not even good today because I tried out a new shampoo and it was shit. So don't do
I
whatever
hate
I
it.
use.
I just, as I've gotten older, dude, the classic meme of like the 80-in-1 shampoo. Like it can be fucking, you can use it as toothpaste. You can wash yourself with it. You can fucking wash dishes with it. You can fucking
Clean the
use it as
fucking grease
car
off your
motor
plates.
oil. What was that?
Clean grease off plates. You fucking bacon grease off your pan. You use that fucking disgusting shit. What's the matter with you? You can never use 2-in-1. I guess you don't have hair.
No,
So it doesn't matter.
I was saying I use like an 80-in-1. Like you can use it as car
80-in-1.
oil. You can fucking, you can clean up
Use it
vomit
as
with it.
lube. use that sex lube.
Yeah.
Move that shit out, though. Who cares? Who cares? That also fucking burns mortar oil off the fucking crotch floor. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It cleans skateboard bearings like Coca-Cola if you put bearings in there. Like,
it's when you open it, the aroma, please wear a mask. Do not open indoors. Must wear mask. Easy ventilation. Have a fan running next to you.
It's 80 in 1.
It's all dizzy and shit, dude. Makes you radioactive when you clean. That's how deep clean makes you green.
Yeah. Well, I've never had an issue. You know how our dad growing up had an issue with because he was bald, but he had some dandruff sometimes, so he'd use Head and Shoulders. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I use. Head and Shoulders almond, but I don't have dandruff. I don't have dandruff.
That's why you're losing your hair, dude. As a kid, I wondered why I used the dandruff because when I got older, there's a stage where your mom just starts to stop buying you shampoo and shit, so you don't get the kids ones. But
that's why I'm losing my hair. I think.
But you have to also use your dad's. So I'm like 10 years old using dandruff, and I'm like, what is dandruff? I don't even know what that is.
No, it's dandruff shampoo, meaning it targets dandruff.
But you shouldn't be using it for anything else. That's
Head and Shoulders is the brand. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Shampoo's a fucking shampoo.
No, because it doesn't know where to go. The burnies goes to the roots instead. Wherever it burns dandruff off, it burns your scalp instead. Look that up. It's a fact.
Well, I'll say this. I know that Head and Shoulders didn't cause my fucking hair loss because all my older brothers are fucking bald as shit, except for one of them who just chooses to be bald. He can grow his full head of hair. Sam.
Who?
Sam is not bald. Sam has What do you mean?
When has he had a full head of hair? I'm just made because
no, he can. He just chooses not to.
True.
If you notice, he grew in his hair curly last year. He has no receding hairline.
Oh no shit! Good for him. Well then
he has his hair. His hair is different than all of ours. He's the only one with curly hair like Dad had growing up.
Mine's curly, but mine's different. Dad's like Jew curly.
No, like Sam's is like, yeah, Jew, black, and curly. Like that's, and I feel like that's why Sam. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam was getting called out for having a Jew fro like Adam Sandler.
Oh my God, I wish I had a Torah button. Some guy's a Jewish guy. Reading for the Torah or some shit while we're doing it. No, if he cut everything off and just had the little dreidel, the little hair, they have retarded little hair down his side.
Why are you going into the R word? Why?
Jesus Christ. I didn't call them. Hey,
but
don't take my bank.
I mean, it's okay. Like our dad and one of our brothers my dad used to have a Jew fro, and my brother can if he chooses to, but he decides not to.
God, I don't have a Jew fro. Imagine that. I would have killed myself already by then.
Oh my God, man. If I had to keep my hair and it was that black style Jew fro with these teeth, are you trying to draw a comic book character? They give me these teeth.
Give me a gold chain to go to school in.
Fuck that. What do you put a Flava Flav clock on me and I have these fucking teeth and a Jew fro? I look like a fucking asshole, dude.
You would have been bullied into a shooting. You would have just snapped at that point. There's no way you would have made it in life. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, thank God I don't.
On certain people, though, that style fro can look good. Like, I actually think Sam, when he was younger, looked good with that. Like, I was like, oh, that fits his personality. Like, it's like good looking hair. And like our dad, though, did just kind of look goofy. If you look at his old photos where he had that hair, you're just like, yeah, you're a lot better bald. Like, it just didn't fit him.
Well, I think he looks good. He's better bald because you only ever see him bald. I think he's good with hair. Can't have it now, but yeah, thank God I don't have the Jew fro though. My hair is bad. I've been thinking about going to a stylist and figuring out something. I feel like my jawline is like, gotta lay off the sweets. No more sweets ever, like permanently. They're out of diet.
You're telling me I haven't done cardio in fucking weeks and I feel like a piece of shit.
I've been sick. Okay, here's the thing. I gotta talk about my sickness too real quick because this has been fucking ridiculous, Paul. Wait, let's say of the last 21 days, I have been sick easily 28 of those days. And it's fucking terrible. I can't breathe. My throat's hurt. Today's the first day where I felt okay. But even this morning, I woke up feeling like shit. So I'm still not 100% better. Went to a show. I didn't get sick after that, thank God. But dude, it sucked. So I see 2 different therapists, one every other week. And I saw the one 1 month ago. 1 month ago, I saw her. Got sick a day after. I saw her 2 weeks ago. Got sick the day after. And I was sick for like 8 days, dude. like can't talk, coughing, all types of shit, man. It sucks. Throwing up.
It's not good, man.
No, I think some super COVID's going around. They're trying to wipe out the population, but I'm so strong. I think it's with microbes they put in my body from the vaccine, the first one I got. You didn't get they activated. They activated
the little tiny metal Android AI bots in your bloodstream shooting all the good cells.
Yeah, even right now, I don't even feel great. Yeah, sickness.
Sickness. Hey, so popular YouTuber, the LA Beast, is known for competitively eating and eating stuff he shouldn't. Do you think he's gonna have any repercussions from the amount of stuff he's eaten and stuff he shouldn't have ingested later in his life, like health issues?
Dude, no. Okay,
first of all, for those listening, this is Skippy62Able on YouTube is his YouTube name, but he goes by the LA Beast.
The competitive eater, known for his Crystal Pepsi obsession and toys and all types of stuff. He's classic. Everyone knows the video where he slips and breaks his toe, where he snaps his toe in half. You seen that one? That OG one?
Didn't he take I remember that one. Didn't he take Epicac and throw up in his dad's car because his dad was being a dick?
No, he didn't do it because his dad. He never did anything like that. I think he threw up in the garage. He wouldn't do something like that.
No. Him and his dad had an argument. This is young LA Beast. So he goes out and gets in his dad's like brand new F-150, and he had taken Epicac and starts vomiting or something similar to Epicac and starts vomiting all over the interior of his dad's truck. And I thought it was so funny.
What an asshole. God damn. How about he did get a parasite that he tested for parasites at one time because he ate raw cow brain and like a cow's like balls and like its spleen and shit, something like that, or some bowl or some shit, and he got tested for parasites and it came back negative. But yeah, he's slowed down on the competitive, the old drinking that Pepsi, dude. The
20-year-old Crystal Pepsi getting sick. What was it? The lifetime supply of Tabasco sauce. It's like 2 gallons.
Like, how are you gonna finish that?
He gets like almost all the way through it. There's like that much left, and he's just vomiting pure Tabasco sauce.
It was at his peak before he like the last like 5 years where he started doing other shit where he was just eating whatever to gain notability.
Oh yeah, remember he was eating cactuses? Oh, that just looks painful to watch.
I mean, he puts his hand in the jar. He's like, let's see what happens. Put my hand in the jar.
He puts his hand in like liquid nitrogen or something.
No, it's not into that. I don't know what it is.
It's not as dangerous as liquid nitrogen, but it gets cold. And he puts it's just like, here we go. Hand in the clear jar. And starts fucking screaming, dude, like profusely.
The cactus, dude, that's bad. He just bites into it.
It's like making him severely salivate. Like he's just dripping drool because you're
not supposed to eat it like that. You're supposed to cut it off. Jeez, what is wrong with you? He just bites into it. Dude, that one's fucking hard to watch. I love him. Dude, well, speaking of like YouTube channels, I have this topic for the longest time of favorite niche YouTube channels. Have you run into any of the repo YouTube channels where you get the black guy with the bulletproof vest on? He goes around and reposts people's cars.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of those, yeah.
Oh, dude, those are fun, man. He goes in the hood and reposts people's cars. I love those. Those are fucking great. Have you seen the professional gamblers, professional blackjack players that get kicked out of casinos all the time? There's a couple of niche channels where all their things, they're professional players. They're like fucking, getting some good money out of it, but they're banned from all the casinos in Vegas and shit. And they're putting on disguises, Paul. They're putting on, dude, they're literally
fake nose.
Putting on vaudeville fake noses and shit and going in. Oh, I'm in the casino. What if it gets found out? And he's like, I know that's a disguise. It's in the video. It's real. You can't even fake this shit. And the security team's escorting them out. They turn the camera off. They whip their ass, throw them out, beat their ass. Back then, dude, they take you out back and cut your hand off, dude. I swear to God. Cheaters justice. But
yeah, dude. Sharia law.
The guy with an ant farm that just like gets body parts and feeds it to him. He just has a big ant pit. He just throws body parts and shit. Let's see how long it takes an ant to devour a big ass arm, and he comes in and devours. Let's see how long it takes to devour my wife's corpse. And he just tosses her in there, and she's like all alive.
The cops are here. They can't find her. They're questioning me, and they never will. Yeah,
the evidence in the ants. She has so many, and they eat them. They're just discreet, dude.
The cops just told me. The cops just asked where my wife is. I told them to talk to my ants. Yeah.
I don't know. They did so. They tricked her and killed her. Jesus Christ.
I'm in cuffs. I'm wanted for questioning. Yeah.
Guy that just has an eel pit. He has a giant It's like an underground bunker ball, and you just go straight down, and it's a big water pit. It's at least 6 feet in the ground, and it's all dark as shit. It's full of eels and fucking whatever dark creatures that can subside down there, which you'd be surprised to get a lot. And it's like a little walkway and shit. But if you fell in that, you're in eels and shit. It's just a bunch of eels. Just has it in his backyard. It's like, yep, there's my eel pit, and he goes down there, and it's full of eels and crustaceans and whatever animal can live in the dark like that. It's down there. It's fucking weird, dude. It's some guy.
That's horrifying. These are some odd niche pages on YouTube, or channels, I should say.
Yeah, no, I like the eel pit guy. Pretty cool. Gotta be fun.
How about some Facebook niche pages? Have I told you about some of these weird niche Facebook pages I found?
No.
Oh my God. So the first one I want to talk about, because it is the strangest one, and it doesn't get posted to anymore regularly. I think it had like a post out of nowhere last year. It is a Facebook page called South Hagerstown High School, and it has its own it poses as if it's an actual public school. And dude, if you go in there and look at the photos and posts, it's got some weird off-putting holiday and gathering photos that I really don't like, and it has some very schizo posts. Some very
what is this?
Oh, yeah, go look up South Hager.
Real one.
I think they have a green logo as their Facebook
yeah,
page.
what the fuck? Yeah, this is weird. What the hell is this shit?
Yeah, look at the photos, dude. Just go look at the photos.
There's a bunch of them. Why can't I find it? There's is it a group or is it a page?
Yeah, I think it's a page.
I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know.
You might have to be signed in.
Found the real one. I am signed in.
Oh,
I
well.
I found the real South Hagers High School, so I don't think that's it. What does a stroke feel like?
Okay, do you see this? That green logo?
That's what I'm on. The pictures aren't that crazy.
Go to photos and just scroll all the way down.
Oh yeah, those are pretty fucked.
Dude, just keep going. The pictures this fucking page posted, dude.
The two with the old people in the washing
machine. What the fuck is dude sharing a fucking corn on the cob? What the fuck is this? Dude, it's got, I don't know.
If you ask the internet, if you ask fucking 7 billion people in the world where that photo came from, no one would fucking tell you the answer.
No.
One.
What are they doing?
I don't know what that was. Don't ever show me that again, though. Whatever it was, I don't want to see it. The family photo one, that one's just a little creepy. That's a little creepy. What the fuck is that? That just looks like a church gathering we actually had to go to at some point.
But anyways, that's a very, I don't think it's been posted to in, let's see here. Last post is in 2022. It's got 53 reviews and 10,000 followers. So RIP South Hagerstown High School. And their image is a Semper Vivat, Fama Semper Vivat 1956 school logo.
Well, thanks for ruining the show by showing me that, because now I feel terrible.
Okay.
I feel
here's another one I got for you. And I don't think I can give you the exact name of the page. I can give you the exact name of the page. Because it was something very, okay. For some reason, Walmart has its own social media accounts, right? But there are select Walmarts where they have their own social media accounts and they post to them videos, promos, stuff at their store. Walmart Plano -WUS Highway 34. So I don't know exactly where this Walmart is, but this fucking manager guy with the bow tie that does these videos on here, dude. Steven, he's a I don't like this type of social media marketing. This guy's a problem.
Yeah. He looks like the guy from what's his name? Steve from is his ad name Steve? What an asshole. He looks like Steve from Blue's Clues.
He does. He's got all those dude, this motherfucker has got so many badges on his vest. He's acting, it's like he's a fucking veteran. What is that? Is that 10th Prestige? That's fucking Purple Heart there. Why is he all badged out? Why is he badged out?
I think it's about
he's dripped in those pins, those accolades, that customer success manager, you know?
He gets those for stopping some shoplifters. I don't know. I like this guy.
I don't like this guy. Fuck this guy and fuck anybody that does social media like that. They're a problem.
He's a dick that he's trying to like sell like products that he doesn't own or see revenue from, right? It would make sense if you saw revenue from that.
No, I just don't like him, and I think he needs to stop.
Hey, should we go harass this guy? I'm gonna comment on the official Gutterball. I'm gonna
No, you need to find out where that Plano Walmart is.
Where's the faggot?
Don't say that. Faggot. No. Where's the Plano Walmart? It's just gonna get taken down immediately by Facebook.
No. I'll type it in special letter.
Is it the one in Plano, Illinois? Is that one on the highway? Yep, US highway, it is. Should we go visit? Should we go try and find that guy while he's working?
Oh, we saw you from the Walmart. Just start fucking throwing at him.
Dude, hey, you're Steven, right? From the Facebook page? Yeah, that's me. We just fucking start kicking his ass.
Jesus Christ. I could probably beat him up. No, we would never do that. And of course, we're talking
about... No, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I just think it's kind of cringy.
I would I'd kick his ass. You think you try to stop? Well, technically, Paul, here's what I'd do. He'd try to stop me shoplifting, and then I'd kick his ass. All right, here we go. So self-technically, try to stop me, Steven. I'm gonna take his vest. I'm gonna take his buttons off. Stolen valor. I'm gonna start wearing them. What if I came dressed as him one day, Paul? What if we just show up dressed as him and don't say anything? We just walk by him. Same outfit. I could get all these pens. It'd take me like 10 minutes to get all those pens. I'm looking like Steve. Think he'd say something?
I don't know, man. You might get mad.
Get a bow tie, dude. Steve, I don't know. He could be packing.
Can we talk about UFC 307? Did you watch any of it?
I did not. No.
Okay, so it was a decent card as far as like from prelims to whatever. Like there was a decent amount of finishes. However, 2 things to note about this card. Well, I guess maybe 3. First thing, this is some of the worst judging of MMA fights I'd ever seen. This was in Salt Lake City, Utah, UFC 307 this past Saturday, where Alex Pereira headlined against Khalil Roundtree. Alex was defending his 205-pound light heavyweight belt. Dude, Tisha Pennington on the prelims did not win that fight. Carla Esparza did. So like there was a lot of bad decisions. When it went to decision, a lot of them were kind of bad, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, they got some of the decisions right. It was sad to see Wonder Boy get knocked out like that, but what do you expect? He's been a karate fighting guy. He has that stance, and one of their biggest gripes is they back straight up, and he got knocked out the same way he got knocked out by Pettis, as he backed straight up, got cut off on the cage, and Joaquin connected with him and knocked him out.
Did he do a bounce? Did he do a little dance? Ooh, did he foam a little bit?
No, he literally got hit and it just kind of folded to the side.
That's pretty.
But he was, you could tell he was wobbled, like when the ref stood him up after they called it. The other thing to talk about, what fight was it? It was on the prelims. It was Ihor Potieria versus Cesar Almeida. That referee should never ref MMA again.
Jesus, that bad, huh?
It got increasingly worse, but during round 3, Ihor was trying to clinch and take Caesar down multiple times. The ref let him clinch for like 10 seconds and would be like, get working. Because, like if they're stuck and the guy isn't actively getting him any closer to the ground and the guy on top isn't being able to break away against the cage, usually after like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, if there's literally no activity, the ref will warn you, get working. Let's go or I'm going to break you up.
Mm-hmm.
This ref, 10 seconds in, get working, breaks them up. Clinches again, get working, 10 seconds, breaks him up. Like, dude, this isn't a boxing match. Like, you have to give the guy time to work. Like, I get he's holding him there, but it's been 10 seconds. Give him time to try to, move down and try to get a takedown. Like, I don't know. So that was really shitty. That ref should never ref again, honestly, or he needs to fucking read the rules or something. I think what was getting to him, Ruby, was the crowd was booing when they would clinch, and I think as soon as he'd separate him, they'd all start cheering because, crowd wants to see people stand and bang. And like he kind of like succumbed to, you're not supposed to listen to the fucking crowd, dude. Like, you're a ref. You're in there to make sure the rules are followed and stuff. I don't know.
Have you seen this guy before? Has he reffed before?
No, I don't think I've ever seen him before. And it was his last reffing of the night that night, or they took him off the rest of the fights because of how bad it was.
Did you hear anything about it? Dana say anything about it?
Dana said, yeah, that ref's fucking nuts. And then he also talked about the horrible judging. He said it's the worst judging he's ever seen that night.
You know who's the greatest? What did he say? This is the worst judging I've ever seen. You know who's the greatest? John Jones, the greatest pound for pound fighter.
Yeah.
He probably did that, right?
Yes, he did. But the main card itself was very good. Kevin Holland busted his rib. You suck to see, or you hate to see that, you know. Let's talk about this though. Talking about clinching, Mario Bautista versus Jose Aldo at 135 bantamweight. That fight, I am not a Mario Bautista fan anymore. Okay. So Jose Aldo, 2-time bantamweight champion, I think, or maybe a bantamweight featherweight champion, was in the UFC for a long time, retired, came back, was still winning, doing great. Mario, this is where, you know how I told you about, like, after a minute or two, they'd break you up? All Mario did was shoot for a clinch and held Jose against the cage. He did no damage. He didn't even throw strikes. He just held him and didn't even attempt to take him down. He did that for like all of rounds 2 and 3 and won the fight just by holding the guy against the cage. And it's like, I get that. That's control of an opponent. That can be seen as wrestling. But when you're holding the guy, you're not even getting him down on one leg to a takedown for that entire time. And you're not doing any damage. I'm talking like he didn't even throw any little tiny shots while he's trying to take him down and clinched up against him. He wasn't hitting him, anything, kicking him, kneeing him, nothing. That should not count as you winning the fight. Yeah. It shouldn't. And he won decision because of that. They gave it to Mario.
Oh, the fuck?
And it was just like, dude, I get probably in like when it comes to scoring and judging, that makes sense to them as like, well, he's technically controlling the fight. Jose can't do anything. Jose can't even hit him. Jose's just defending, whatever. But Mario isn't really doing anything either. It's like just a stalemate, neutral, boring, let's stand and hug each other against the side of the cage. And then the ref just never would break it up. And then the judges scored it for Mario.
Was that after the fight where the guy was breaking it up a bunch or before?
Yeah, maybe? This was after.
Well, then maybe he was like, oh shit, maybe I should.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, let's talk about the co-main and main event. Co-main event. I mean, it was the women's bantamweight title fight. I never thought Raquel Pennington was a very good champion. However, I wanted her to beat Pena because I think Pena is very annoying. She was when she was the champion, and she was one on the Ultimate Fighter. But I knew going into this fight that I just knew like, oh yeah, Pena's going to win this fight hands down. She's way better than Raquel. She's going to take the belt from Raquel, and Raquel's never going to have a defense on it. Get this. Raquel whoops Pena's ass all 5 rounds, except for like she gets taken down a couple times and controlled by Pena. They gave Pena the belt. They gave her the decision.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was fucking shocked. Go look, if you can find it on UFC Twitter of when they're wrapping the belt around Pena, watch Joe Rogan's reaction as he sees the belt and he announces it.
Maybe I saw that. Is it on the UFC Reddit?
Yeah, dude. You just see his face and he's just like this.
Twitter.
Like he couldn't fucking believe it. Neither could I. I do not think Pena won that fucking fight. And I rewatched it twice now. Or I've watched it once and I watched it twice total. And Pena didn't win that fight, man. She did have some good control, a couple good takedowns, but Pennington won that fight because remember, Pennington is the champion. You have to do a lot in order to prove you are the champion. And I honestly think if I could change the rules, you should have to finish or submit the champion. Decisions don't matter. That's why there's 5 rounds. You get that extra time, that extra, to work against the champion. And they gave it to Pena. And if you go look at the stats, it's like the striking is pretty like neck and neck, but it's also based on damage. Same with significant strikes. But the only reason why they probably gave it to Pena is due to those 2 takedowns and 1 submission attempt. But I just cannot believe they gave it to her, honestly. And I'm sure it's all opinion, right? I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that do believe Pena won, but I don't think she did. I thought she was going to, but I didn't think she won that fight. And boy, oh boy, what I've been waiting to talk about, the main event. Alex Pereira defended the light heavyweight belt against Khalil Roundtree. I really like Khalil Roundtree. He's a very vicious technical striker. Unfortunately, I guess however you look at it, or fortunately, Alex Pereira got a TKO over Khalil Roundtree in the 4th round. And in like about the last 30 seconds, Khalil dropped, and then the ref called it. That fight though, Ruby, just goes to show you that rankings do not fucking matter. Khalil was ranked number 8 They gave number 8 a title shot, and he went longer than anybody has against Pereira. He did better than Yuri Prohaska did twice. Yuri made it to round 2 or 3, and then round 1 in his 2 attempts and got knocked out by Pereira. Jamal Hill got knocked out in like rounds 1 or 2. Israel Adesanya, mind you, at a different weight class, did knock out Pereira, but Pereira beat him beat him once down there, knocked him out, TKO'd him. So I just have to say bravo to Khalil Roundtree. I feel so bad because he seems like such a nice guy, and I thought that he would have been a good champion. He gave Alex a fight, though, and he rocked Alex twice on the feet. No one's really done that except Izzy at 185. He rocked him with an uppercut, and I think he rocked him with a hook. Super cool to see. Like, literally dropped Alex. It was crazy. But super technical, but here's where Alex started to really pick Khalil apart. Alex, as you know, is a very good, quick calf kick. He was nailing Khalil on the lead leg the entire fight. You get into round 3, dude, and you could tell those calf kicks are adding up. Khalil wasn't moving as much as he was. He wasn't having as much defense, head movement. He was really, and then this is where Alex starts to really time his jab. And dude, all Alex did was just beat Khalil up with a jab. He literally made him quit from jabs. And then towards the end of the 4th round, then he started doing combinations. Like, he busted his face. It had to be such a stiff jab, dude. His whole face was broken. Like, his eye was split open, like everything. He was bloody mess. I saw pictures of that, And he did that with just basically a jab. And that just goes to show, though, dude, he just picked them apart. And Alex was right. Alex said, I think Khalil is actually one of the more dangerous opponents I've had, even though he's ranked number 8. And he's a very technical striker. But I think what's going to win me my fight is this IQ. And he was right. His fight IQ did. He started with the calf kicks early to diminish Khalil's movement. And then he really started picking Khalil apart, really got that jab established once he realized Khalil's movement wasn't good. And then he just started fucking hammering him, dude, when he could, like any openings, and just started doing combos. And eventually, like, Khalil was like wobbled, and Khalil was trying to fight back, dude. He fought to the end, but then he got hit with a few bad shots where, he did the shell up and he dropped against the cage, and then the ref called it. But bravo to Khalil Roundtree. That just goes to show you, though, dude, that guy should be at least top 5. And I knew he always should have been. He had lost to some questionable people. Like, he got fucking knocked out by Johnny Walker and a few other people, like, earlier in his career. But fuck, man, has he really polished up ever since he did that Muay Thai training in Thailand. Pretty cool, though. Decent card. Reffing was horrendous, though, when it went to, or judging was horrendous when it went to decision. But that's all I really got to say about UFC 307. Pretty good card, though. Way better than the Sphere one, as far as, like, fights go.
Well, that's good. Yeah, check out UFC. I can't say I have much to say about it, except for, I got to check out more UFC events. Just seems like I'm doing something else every Saturday night. That's the issue. Saturday night's very inconvenient night. I feel like Wednesday night is like UFC night or something.
Well, you've been missing Dana White's Contender Series is every Tuesday. It's actually, I'm missing it right now.
I don't care about that too much.
No, but you would like those because they almost always end in finishes, because if you don't get a finish, you don't get a contract. So these guys want a UFC contract. And have you heard it? Do you know what Dana White's Contender Series is, or the premise?
Yeah, I watched
it. Ain't the Ultimate Fighter. This is literally like Dana's like, I like these 5 guys or these 10 guys. They're all going to fight tonight, and whoever I like gets a contract. And so it's like, this is their one shot to make it to the big leagues.
Oh, that is cool. Okay.
So dude, you think like in the UFC, it's like some people can just play for points to get that win. If you don't fight your ass off in Dana White's Contender Series, Dana's like, this kid's fucking shit. I'm not signing him. At the end, he literally tells everybody who won whether they're getting signed or not. And he'll be a fucking prick, as he should be. But yeah,
that's valid. Huh. I got to check that out. That does sound fun. Actually.
Yeah, they do that. Dana White's Contender Series, it's like a season thing. So it's like they'll do like 10 episodes every Tuesday during the fall, and it's going to be over here again soon, and then you'll see it next time. But it's good stuff. I like it. Because it's not the Ultimate Fighter. There's no drama reality show. It's literally just like Tuesday night, 5 fights. Who wants to be in the UFC?
I like that. That is cool.
No promos.
No promos. Can we go in there and fight?
Well, a guy from Minnesota just fought on Dana White's Contender Series 2 weeks ago, but he lost due to decision. So the other guy didn't get a contract.
That's the whole thing. When people tell me, oh, this guy from Minnesota did it, I don't care unless it's me, right? It's like, I didn't do it. So
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
This dickhead from Brainerd. What was he from Brainerd? I need to know where.
Grand Rapids.
What a fag. What a just piece of shit. I don't know.
He's pretty good. He was pretty good, though. He just fell behind in points is all that happened.
Yeah. Must suck to suck.
Well, you want to call it a show?
Yeah, it's called a show. Because I'm getting tired and shit.
Yeah,
Little
same
zapped
here.
out.
Actually, I'm tired.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Halloween episode coming soon. Gonna be a great time. Super fun. I'll hand it over to Paul. Other than that, I appreciate you watching thus far. Signing
Everything
off.
that Ruby said. Thank everybody. I'd like to thank everybody so much for listening. You know, I know we can rant a lot, but you know, that's what you're here for. You're here to listen to our shitty voices and give us shit opinions on everything. So like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. If you want to be on Gutterball, hit us up in our Instagram DMs. All of our Linktree stuff's in the description. You can also email gutterballbusiness@gmail.com. I've been trying to check that more frequently. It doesn't even have to be a collab. Questions, comments, concerns. Let us know. If you're like, oh, Paul, this podcast sucks. You should introduce a segment where you fucking put forks in toasters and kill yourself. Cool. I'll try it. We'll give it a shot. I'm open to any ideas. But thank you so much. That was Gutterball 121. Have a great weekend. Whoa-ho-ho! Whoa-ho-ho!